Alright, we're going to describe the distance of this red line right there. Alright, so if you notice, I plotted this, I've created this, I stole it from Stewart's book, this image of a box that's created by this line segment between P1 and P2. Alright, and so we are going to figure out this distance using the Pythagorean theorem, and that distance and that distance. So first, if we look at, let's undo that last one. I'm going to switch this and talk about the blue triangle. So if you look at this blue triangle right here, and we come over here and draw it there, I'm interested in this distance right there. So I notice that this top point right here is x1, y1, z1, and we're restricted to the plane z equals z1 here. So I'm really looking in the two-dimensional now, x1, y1, and this point right here in that plane would be x2, y1. So this distance right here is really just the difference between x2 and x1. Alright? So that distance is the difference between x2 and x1. Now, this point right here is x2, y2, and as you can see, its distance is the difference in the y's. So that distance is y2 minus y1. Alright, and so this distance of this hypotenuse of this triangle is just the Pythagorean theorem, and we'll call that d. So d squared equals x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Alright? So let's save that piece of information. And let's clear some of the board. So we can now move to the real distance we are looking for. Alright? So this distance right here, squared, represents that piece. So now I'm going to draw in red the triangle we now are interested in. Okay? And I'm going to come construct it over here. And remember, this is the real distance we're looking for. That's the distance between P1 and P2. So we just found this right there is D. And we can see from our picture that this distance right here is just the difference in the z's. So it is z2 minus z1. So that means this distance, which we'll say P1, P2, squared is equal to d squared plus z2 minus z1 quantity squared. So the square root of that, so let's have P1, P2 is equal to the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared plus z2 minus z1 squared. And that's the distance formula for 2 points in the x, y, z coordinate system.